to scary Reactcast. No one is joining for me today, but we've got a special one with Big Fat Girl on TTV this weekend. So stay on the lookout for that. Without further ado, let's react. There's 2 videos, and we're going to react to both of them. Let's check this one out. Last night, the show last night. So I saw this! I've seen this place. It's so creepy. What the hell? I'm already scarred, everyone. It was like, who's excited for Halloween? What the hell? I feel bad for them.
Creepiest home camera of footage PT.3.
What the hell? I'm over on her phone. Her phone was synced to a baby monitor she had set up in her infant daughter's room. So anytime there was enough motion detected, the system would send out a notification. This night, upon being alerted, she opened the app expecting to see her daughter awake and walking around her crib. But instead she saw this. Oh my god! A man she didn't know was seen on the camera crouched down in the room. She dropped the phone here and tried to retrieve her daughter. When she got in the room, she didn't see anyone, but she wasn't exactly looking. As quickly as she could, she grabbed her daughter from her crib and she ran out the front door. There she would call the cops and proceed to stand outside. When they arrived, they conducted they didn't find him. The intruder was gone. All the mother had was evidence was managed to capture a crouched man in her room. People have tried the images to identify the man, but no avail. It's too dark. The police still don't know who this man is or how he got in the house. Creepy. A very odd detail that was found in a dog electrical. Who this man is and how he got in the house is still unknown. Oh, I'm already creeped out like my cat.
Let's talk about the Arcadia tapes. In 2001, in Arcadia County, Ohio, a teen named Calvin Dim went missing on his way home from school. This was really unusual at the time because Calvin was actually a pretty well-accomplished athlete and he was very tall for his age, so whoever did overtake him and abduct him was either a larger person or a group of people. So for like weeks this investigation goes cold until a VHS tape is mysteriously found at the doorstep of his parents' house. The VHS was compiled of various different clips of unknown people in different masks who were just staring into the camera. But there is one clip in this video that had the words Cal, short for Calvin, edited into the VHS. This was pretty definitive evidence for the police that whoever made this video either knew where Calvin was or they had him in their possession. Police would end up finding this frame which showed a person in a black tarp, presumably with their wrists and ankles tied. Investigators believe this could be Calvin, and what's even eerier is they think this was shot in the woods behind his house.
Oh! Oh, I'm scared.
I need to have you come off the aircraft now.
This is ridiculous. I paid for this seat.
I understand, but you were the last to check in, and we need to make room for a crew transfer.
Well, that's your problem, honey, not mine. I gotta be at work tomorrow.
This voucher will cover your hotel and your next round-trip flight.
Oh, on this airline? Yeah, right. Forget it. I'm not moving.
Sir, if you don't get off the plane now, we're going to have to call Gregory in to remove you.
Who's Gregory?
Just take the voucher, please.
Who's Gregory? Oh.
Hey man, don't worry, whatever happens, we got your back.
Hello?
Take the ticket! Should have got the ticket. A what?
I need to have you come off the aircraft now.
This is ridiculous.
Bro.
I paid for this seat.
I understand, but you were the last to check in, and we need to make room for a crew transfer.
Well, that's your problem, honey, not mine.
Oh!
Okay, I'll take the voucher! Excuse me, I'm sorry. I think you're in my seat.
I'm sorry, sir, but you were the last to check in. And it is our policy.
How's that scratch?
He's snapping, literally. I got too many hoes.
What is it? Bro, how is this scary?
What you got your phone turned for? No, don't scroll now. Caught your ass lacking.
Bro, that isn't even. Let me just 1 second, y'all. I just need to see what this other numbers are for the second TikTok, so we can get straight into it. 214, okay. Bro, why is it saying I watch this? I don't even watch great TikToks, bro. I do not watch it. What the hell? Alright, let's go at the start. Oh! If you've ever watched her like use that, oh my god, just curse to well, yeah.
Okay, so it seems to be wanting to happen now more in the afternoon. But just to prove that there's nothing there. Jesus Christ.
That's creepy.
This is the time I was almost killed by a doll at an abandoned Toys R Us. Back in 2018, when Toys R Us's were closing all across the country, I was one of the people hired to close out the stores. One night, I was on my own finishing up the last shelf in the doll section. When I moved it back from behind the wall, I saw something red. It was a doll. Upon further examination, I realized, oh, it's a baby Laugh-A-Lot doll. My sister had one. She must have been back there since the 90s. I put her down and finished moving the shelf outside. When I came back to grab my tool bag, the doll was gone. At that moment, I ran. I tried pushing the door, but it was locked. Oh god. I ran into the office section of the store, because they have an emergency exit there. But right before I could make it out, she appeared.
Cat. I find that a bit cat. I find that.
Today we are going to be talking about the infamous black-eyed kids. Black-eyed kids are said to come to your house, come to your car window, if you're alone, somewhere where there's not a lot of people around,
Are
very
you
rural. They say that they need help with something and that you need to let them in. whether it be in your car or in your home, they need to come in.
No.
They stress on the fact that they can't unless you invite them in. And if you don't let them in, they become increasingly more adamant that they need to be let in. Now, as the name says, black-eyed kids have completely black eyes. And a lot of the people who said they've encountered them say that their hand will start to drift toward the doorknob without them even realizing, almost like they're being controlled subconsciously. We don't really know what happens when you let them in, because people who do are said to never be heard from again.
They're dead, you know.
This is the truth behind why Chuck E. Cheese went bankrupt. Now, as we all know, unfortunately, Chuck E. Cheese went bankrupt a year or two ago. Chuck E. Cheese used to be known for a place where family could get together, eat pizza, watch the animatronic show, and play the games there. But at one unfortunate store, well, this all changed. The story starts with a guy working the night shift at Chuck E. Cheese. Now, what I mean by night shift is he was closing the store, as Chuck E. Cheese doesn't actually have a night shift. So as he's working one night, he starts to see and hear weird things coming from the store. He just thinks it's because it's late and he really wants to leave and go home and go to bed. But he was disproven because this happened on the animatronic stage. Hit the plus button for part 2.
We need part 2.
This is the truth on why Chuck E. Cheese went bankrupt, part 2. He hears a weird noise coming from the stage, so he goes to investigate. As he's up on the stage inspecting the animatronics, he doesn't notice anything, so he proceeds to turn off everything in the building and proceeds to start heading out of the store. But that's when he hears another noise coming from the stage. He turns around and realizes that the Chuck E. Cheese animatronic is looking at him. Now the guy's a little freaked out and decides, so he doesn't get in trouble, to go into the back room and make sure nothing is malfunctioning.
The back room?
As he enters the back room, nothing is wrong. So he gets back on stage and looks at the Chuck E. Cheese animatronic one last time. That's when the Chuck E. Cheese animatronic grabbed him. As he screams for help, he's able to break the grasp of the animatronic. But before he can escape the store, this happens. Hit the plus button for the final part.
Oh my god. Ugh.
This is the truth on why Chuck E. Cheese went bankrupt. Part 3. As he's making the break for it out of the store, the power goes out. That's when he hears stomping coming from around the corner that he is hiding in. As he peeks around, he sees the animatronic moving. As the animatronic is moving past him, he realizes that he can see the doorway from behind. So he decides to make a break for it and escape. Luckily, he makes it out, but that's when he calls the police immediately. As the police show up, they realize that the animatronic was stolen, and that what he saw moving around was just a mascot costume moving. The police decide that the place was burglarized, and that somebody was in the mascot costume, terrifying the worker. But the guy says he knows it was the animatronic that grabbed him and was screaming at him and moving around. Hit the plus button for more scary stories.
That's creepy. I'm scared.
Strange woman knocks on door at 2 in the morning. This is a new way home invaders trick people.
Yeah.
The
but
woman
guys,
is sent to cry
every
for
single
help
Reactcast
and
is going to
seen
get
as if
creepier
she's
and
alone.
creepier when we're literally going to be watching. Oh my god.
But police confirmed there were 3 men waiting around the corner.
You gotta wait and subscribe for more.
Just listen to how good of an actor she is. She deserves a Grammy, Loki.
Wow.
Thankfully, the homeowner was in deep hibernation.
Good. Oh my god, why ads at the worst time possible? What the hell?
You ever wake up with a sore neck?
Hell yeah.
Bro,
There's this weird theory that whenever you wake up with a sore neck, it's because a demon tried to break your neck. Type shit. If you get goosebumps, even though you're not cold, which I tend to get a lot.
I get goosebumps all the time.
Bro, I swear to God, bro. It's apparently because several ghosts are looking at me. Like, at that moment.
I do feel spooky as hell whenever I do get goosebumps.
Swear to God, bro.
I
get that sense, bro, in my head that, like, something's fucking wrong. And it's weird because, it happens in my house, like, often.
Yeah.
Bro, what happens to me? I have sore neck right now. I've had it for 2 weeks.
Go to Paris, London, Amsterdam, New York, Miami, got a plan. See Stockholm, travel,
why the hell's this scary, bro? So crappy.
Friends since kindergarten, and it was literally a door over from my room. She insisted, so I got up and took her to the bathroom. She said she wasn't feeling great. She was never the one to get uncomfortable, so I asked her what was wrong. But she said she just felt like she couldn't sleep in my room that night. I told her staying up later wouldn't help her feel any better, and we agreed to go to bed. Bathroom door open, I turn out the lights, pitch black. We start walking back to my room, and she follows behind holding my hand, and suddenly I start feeling uneasy. When I say it was a door over, I mean maybe a whole 10 paces or so. Again, not that far, but in the span of a couple seconds, I went from feeling fine to feeling sharp prickles on the back of my neck and a bad feeling in my gut. We get to my room door, and in the darkness, I see an outline of a tall figure shifting and a gentle squeaking sound. I felt cold and hollow, and I knew it was looking at me, because when I looked in its direction, the squeaking stopped for a second. My friend was clenching my hand and not breathing, and I told myself what all adults tell themselves because I wanted to be brave for my friend. It's nothing. I reached out a hand and flipped the light switch to turn on the overhead light, and there stood a 6-foot-tall man, frozen, staring at me with his hands in the air. One holding the glass orb diffuser that goes over the light bulb, the other on the light bulb. A little and unscrewed the light. It went pitch black. I flinched and waited, but we heard nothing. Nothing moved or squeaked or rustled.
I am
I
done.
flipped the light switch off, then on again. My room lit up and everything was normal. No person, no overhead light taken apart, nothing. I searched my room for him, which didn't take long to no avail. I was on the second floor, the shades were still drawn, the windows locked, screen in the window. We checked downstairs in the locks, but they had been locked.
Oh my god. Oh my god. That is what I call creepy. Guys, thank you so much for watching this video. If you did enjoy, make sure to like the video, free like, and react to more spooky TikToks. But as I said, y'all, closer, the more Reactcasts we're doing, the spookier they're going to get, y'all. I'm not even lying, I'm not even lying. We've literally got so many, like, spooky things happening, scarier things coming closer to the Halloween, to where we have a big special episode coming. Will be an hour-long special for Halloween. Guys, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Happy Spooktober.